Hi friends, welcome to this pick a card reading where we are asking the question, what makes you beautiful and why do people love you? So there are going to be 3 different readings today. This is reading number 1 with the citrine, reading number 2 with the quartz cluster, and reading number 3 is with this Shiva's eye shell. So please do take some deep breaths to ground yourself, because approaching your group selection from a calm and centered place is the way that you are going to be able to tune into the message that is most appropriate for you at this moment in time. And as I bring out these messages, Spirit is going to be giving me certain frequencies, which I'm going to be translating into words. And as you watch it, Spirit is giving you those frequencies to work with as well. So even if some of the details of a message that I speak out aren't necessarily what fits into your life, you are going to know which messages resonate for you and which ones you don't need to engage with. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Your intuition is going to tell you exactly what's for you and what isn't. So once you have chosen your group, or if you're drawn to more than one group, please feel free to watch more than one. I will put the timestamps for each reading into the description box below, so just go down and give that a click, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, Group 1. So these are your cards. We have Mary and Miracles. We have the Shaman of Cups. We have the Tower. We have the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So you have such a pure heart, Group 1s, and also you have such a pure connection to the divine. And you guys are people, you know that your actions here on earth, even the smallest action, can have a ripple effect outwards and create results that you could never have imagined. So you are very mindful about creating a positive impact wherever you go and positively impacting the world through what you do. And your purity of intention is so strong that if you do encounter an aspect of yourself that might be harmful to others, whether that's due to your cultural conditioning or your upbringing or something, whatever it is, you refuse to gloss over that. You can't ignore it. Like your spirit just won't even let you do anything other than sit with it until you have brought some illumination to it and cleared that energy out of the way, so that you can return to this pure-hearted place that is your true self-expression. You are also someone who is able to create some really joyous atmospheres for others. You make spaces fun and positive. You create this positive vibe where people can just be themselves and enjoy whatever they enjoy without having to worry about what anyone's going to think of them. And part of the reason that you are able to do that is because you do your own emotional work, integrating all the different aspects of yourself, so that when other people have some confusing situation, whether that's internal or external, you are not going to be someone who judges them or makes them feel bad about it. You are actually going to validate their experience, and you're going to help them to integrate with themselves, because you know how to be present in that space. Now with the 7 of Cups, you're probably also a very sensual person, someone who loves to feel different experiences and who processes the world in a very sensory way. So, you might be artistic or musical or into dancing or, very dreamy. Someone who has a very profound relationship with beauty in all of its variations, and someone who is very moved by beauty in a deep way. And you have brought that sensory receptivity into balance with your spirit. Like, it's part of your spirit's path to have that kind of receptivity, and it is a big part of how you integrate your experience of the world. You are also, with the Shaman of Cups, which in the traditional tarot would be the King of Cups, you are probably someone who has learned to tend to your own needs and keep yourself in harmony, because you do like to give so much and to help so much. You have figured out how to keep yourself in balance so that all of that love that you have to share really is coming from a place where, you know, your cup is full and you're giving over what's spilling over. It's not like you're depleting yourself in any way. And we've got 3 cards here from the Suit of Cups. So you are obviously someone who is very emotionally in tune and very empathic and able to pick up on the mood around you, able to pick up on other people, which is part of how you're so good at putting others at ease and helping them to relax and allow their true selves out. And with that Shaman of Cups, you also might be someone who doesn't express every negative emotion that you feel, and that has a lot to do with your conscious awareness of the impact that you want to create. So, like, you're not going to feed into a negative vibe. If you're in a group setting, you're going to feed into positive feelings, and you're doing that helps guide whoever you're with into that place also. And now with the 3 of Cups, I'm also getting that you might be a bit of a partier or someone who loves to get creative with other people, or, you know, just like totally let your freak flag fly in a really joyous way with others, in a way that it gives people permission to do the same thing. So I'm going to pull 3 last cards, and this is going to be asking the question, how do you positively impact people that you don't even realize you're doing? So we will pull those, and for you guys, actually, I'm thinking that you probably know that you are positively impacting people because you have made it your business to do so, but let us find out if Spirit has something to say about how you do that. Okay, we have the Hierophant, Judgment, and the 3 of Pentacles. So you guys raise the frequency around you. You bring people up out of lower vibing energy and you elevate them into a higher frequency state of being. And the way you do that isn't by preaching or telling them how to be. It's just when they come in contact with the purity of your spirit and your expression and your self-expression and the purity of your heart. And, you know, like, you might talk about it. You might talk about how you choose to be positively impactful with people, but the thing that really actually hits them is seeing that aspect of you in action. And you might know that you are doing that. You might know that you're holding that vibe, but it's all the more effective because you are doing that with humility. Like, you're holding that vibe by how you contribute, not how you tell other people to contribute. So it is really just by exposure to you and to how you choose to be and to your authenticity and to your intentions in action This is how people are, they're brought up just by being around you. Their spirits are brought up just by being around you. So I'm going to pull one last card, and this is an oracle card. It's just going to have a little message on it. I'm going to let it speak for itself and say whatever it has to say to you, and then that will wrap up the reading. So, show that you care is the message. Oh. And I will just let you see the image here. Hopefully my phone picks it up. Show that you care. There is your image. Take it however it resonates. And I will end your reading here. And thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm so grateful, and I hope that it brought you something nice, and I hope that it showed you a little bit of how special you are. And if it did resonate for you, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up or comment. Let me know how it resonated, or subscribe to my channel. This is obviously a pretty young YouTube channel, so those things are a really big deal to me whenever they happen. And if you do want to see more content like this, it would just give me a boost. It shows my content to more people, so you know the drill if you watch YouTube a lot. But yeah, I hope you have such a wonderful day, and thank you so much for coming by, and I hope to see you again. Hi, group 2. So I just have to warn you, there is a thunderstorm which has rolled in, which is affecting the light and potentially the sound. So if you do hear any thunder, that is what is going on. But getting into your reading, we have Sophia, Divine Wisdom. We have the Shaman of Wands, the Five of Discs, the Priestess of Discs, and the Six of Discs. So a lot of earth energy here. And something that people love about you and what makes you beautiful to them is your ability to balance. Oh, there's that thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but anyway, your ability to balance your inspiration with your faith and your ability to put in the work that is necessary to create what you believe in. So, inspiration, faith that you can create what you're inspired to, and willingness to put in the work. This is a very steadfast energy, and I want to say a very loyal energy too. Whether that is loyal to your family or your loved ones, or loyal to your dreams, loyal to your spirituality. However it manifests for you, you have this steadiness to ground your intentions into reality. And even when you are met with hardship, you don't hesitate, or even when you are maybe not starting with as much as other people have, or maybe less privileged, I'm seeing that you are very admired for your ability to just put your head down and do whatever work needs to be done in order to create what you want. But it's not like you're putting your head down in the sense of being downcast about having to do your work. It's more that you understand that it needs to be done, and you understand that you're as good a person to do it as anyone. So there are no airs about you. You know, you're not putting on a front. You're not making out that you're better than anyone else, or that certain types of work are beneath you. And this is actually part of how you are a leader to the people around you, because they see how steady you are and how you are willing to contribute. You're also a very generous person. And when you do have enough to share, you will share. And it's likely that you often have enough to share with your loved ones because the work that you put in creates enough abundance to be able to share, and it makes you appear very abundant to people and very nurturing. And possibly also it makes you pretty physically attractive to people. You're seen as someone who would make a good partner or a really nurturing and generous lover, and it draws people to you. They find it very attractive. I'm also seeing that you have a very calm energy because you have learned that this calm and consistent approach to life's difficulties will get you through whatever troubles might be coming your way. And people think really highly of this calm attitude of yours. Now, with the Shaman of Wands, I'm seeing that you are actually also a very passionate person, but your passions might not be something which are on the forefront. It might not be the thing that people know about you right away, and it might be that your passions are not about subjects that you would share with just anyone. It could be, that you're into plant medicine or magic or spirituality or shamanism or, like some kind of obscure music that you're not gonna bother people with if they're not into it, but it's gonna be really exciting for you if they are into it. Something that you wouldn't share with people right away, more like allow them to see that side of yourself in a gradual way, and getting into conversation about it in a pretty mild or surface way, and seeing if they're keeping up or resonating, or if they're kind of sharing their own experience there before you reveal the depths and extent of your own interest and learning in that realm. But people can sense that there are these depths to you, and there are things under the surface which you might not be talking about all of the time, and it makes you attractive to people even if they can't exactly pinpoint why. You are seen as something of a magical person or someone with depths behind this exterior of taking care of day-to-day things. And maybe it is partly to do with the way that you take care of things, like the mindfulness that you embody with that. You are also seen as someone who can balance multiple needs and multiple people's needs at the same time without losing your composure, which makes you very attractive to people, and they respond really well to that. So I'm going to pull some cards to ask the question, how do you affect people in a positive way that you don't even realize that you're doing? So let's find out about that. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. So your willingness to shoulder your responsibilities and be accountable for your own manifestations and creations is really inspiring to people. They find your ambition and your motivation helps bolster their own ambition, their own willingness to take their lives into their own hands and be accountable. And again, I'm seeing that people respond to you as a leader because of your very willingness to be a team player, which might sound contradictory, but it's like you enhance and motivate whatever team you're on because of how hardworking you are. And even if you're a team leader, you're not putting yourself above anyone else. And your willingness to shoulder the burdens that you do gives you a lot of power in how people perceive you, and it's really inspiring to them. So I'm going to pull out one last card. This is going to be an oracle card. It's going to have a little message on it. I'm just going to let it speak for itself, and you can take it however it resonates for you. Okay, this is funny. We have show that you care, and this is what came out for group 1 as well. And I actually put it back in the deck the first time that it came out because I didn't want it to just have fallen out because it was on the top recently, and it literally flipped up and fell out again. So this is for you guys. Show that you care. However that resonates for you, that is your message. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and I am so grateful to you for coming and checking out this reading. It means so much to me, and I am constantly blown away by Spirit bringing out these messages in the way that Spirit does. I think that it is astonishing, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. And I truly hope that this reading brought you something good today. I hope that it brought you something positive. And if it did resonate, I would obviously love it if you would like the video and, leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonated. Subscribe to my channel so you can see more of what I create. And as you know, if you are a YouTube watcher, those things are gonna boost my content and allow more people to see it, which is obviously very thrilling to me as a young YouTube channel. So I'm so grateful for all of those things every time that you guys do it, and I'm so grateful to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I'm just amazed. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again. Bye! Okay, group number 3. So we have Ma'at with truth. We have the 5 of Swords, the Emperor, the 9 of Wands, and Death. So I think you are seen as a very no bullshit kind of person, meaning you are not interested in people who are dishonest, and you are not interested in being dishonest with yourself. So you're seen as someone who's going to stand up for what they believe in, even if there is no one backing you up. And people have a lot of respect for that. And you are probably a pretty clear-headed person and someone who is not afraid to say what's what, even if it's going to inconvenience other people. People also see you as someone who's going to dismantle negative or toxic environments in order to allow something more wholesome to take their place. And the people who really love you understand the amount of work that you have done within yourself, pulling out vulnerable truths past the facade of cultural conditioning or cultural norms, because you appear to have these really strong boundaries and this really powerful voice, but you have actually had to turn your insight to some pretty tender places within yourself to be able to bring out the level of truth that you do. And your words, even when your words are cutting, it's only ever intended to cut away what is harmful or toxic. It's never intended just to cut someone for the sake of hurting them. But I think that you are definitely not seen as someone that everyone can approach. Like, they better be sure that they're going to come correct if they're going to be with you. But also, there are people who don't feel comfortable around you because they see the work that you've done, and it makes them realize that they have not done an honest inventory of themselves and their motivations, or the places that they might be ignoring shadow behaviors. I think that you're also someone who is willing to shed old parts of yourself. So old beliefs, old habits, old ways of thinking. You are always looking towards what is most authentic as you move forwards. And even if it's uncomfortable, you're going to go through the process of dismantling those negative patterns within yourself, because your spirit just doesn't allow you to stay in those places once you've realized that they are no longer representing your truth. And that might also be confusing to people sometimes, because as you do this process of self-assessment and bring out these pieces of truth from yourself, you might be identified with those truths for a time, whatever they may be, like cultural identity, sexuality, gender identity, and so on. And you cannot go without acknowledging the presence of these aspects of yourself, but you're also willing to acknowledge if they integrate or shift in some way or other. And not only do you champion the rights of people to express those truths about themselves, you also champion your own right to express your truth in different ways at different points in time, depending on where you are at in your own process of living with full authenticity. So that is something that is actually very admirable and that people respect about you. And you might have shed a bunch of different skins within your lifetime, which were all part of this process of getting to the core of your being. And again, like, not everyone can see it, right? You are not someone who everyone can recognize, and that is it. It's mostly okay, because you know that you're recognizing yourself. So even if other people are not able to love and accept certain parts of your experience, you know that you have done the balance of what was correct for you. So I'm going to pull out a couple cards to find out how you positively impact people that you don't even realize that you're doing. So let's find out about that. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and Temperance. And this is a really interesting energy, because the way that you positively impact people, which you don't even realize you're doing, is that for those people who do get close enough to witness your full process, they see you balancing the different aspects of yourself, like both your desires and your spiritual intensity, or the intensity with which you feel you have to push forwards on your path. And they see you honoring all these different aspects of yourself. And if people are close with you, they understand what you're holding back and remaining calm about in some situations that challenge you because of people who are ignorant, or whatever it is that they are up to, fires you up, and triggers that intensity. And the people who are close to you see you balancing that and still showing up into that space. And they see your strength in representing the vulnerable or the more innocent parts of yourself, by which I mean like the parts which are inescapably there and which you can't be told are wrong, because the truth of who you are is not wrong. So this is part of how you positively impact people that you don't even realize you are doing. So I'm going to pull one last card. It's going to be an oracle card, and I'm just going to let it speak for itself, and however the message resonates with you is how it resonates with you. So I will do that now. Okay, group 3, we have Calm in the Storm. I'm going to let you look at the image here. Calm in the storm. So take that however it resonates for you. And I am going to wrap up this reading. So thank you so much for coming by this channel and checking out this video. It means so much to me that you did that, and I am amazed and blown away and so grateful to Spirit for bringing out these messages in the way that Spirit does. I find it continuously astonishing. And if this message did resonate for you and you would like to see more content like this, then please do like the video and subscribe to my channel, or leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonated. Those things are a super big deal to me because this is a relatively young YouTube channel, so comments and subscribes and likes are like a huge thing for me, and it really, it's a huge boost to my mood, but it allows my content to be seen by more people, so it's a pretty meaningful thing you can do in return for the reading if it did resonate for you. But I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.